because I thought the writing was really special, and it's about the writing almost, and it'd been nominated, I think, for something like the Booker, maybe I'm wrong, you know? So it's very dreamlike, you know, and also it was subject matter. It was about postnatal, but also was kind of about being stuck creatively in dreams and fantasies, and, you know, sex and passion and wildness. But I was like, maybe it's a bit the similar subject matter that I've touched upon in Kevin. Jennifer sent me, and so I thought about it for a while because I was like, maybe I can do this, you know. And then I was like, well, I'm going to try. I'll do an experiment. I don't know if it's going to work. And then I kind of saw a bit more like a love story, I guess. And that kind of gave me a way in, you know, where I could make it, you know, make it kind of into something I could, I don't know, develop, discover, explore. And I sort of took a lot of myself, I guess, because I had a, you know, crazy marriage as well. And like, my mum and dad were always fighting, but it was hilariously funny. And they would start laughing in the middle of arguing, and we would be laughing at them too. So it's like I kind of took a bit of personal, you know, I suppose, experience into it, you know, and that's kind of how it came about. Yeah. Wasn't sure it was going to work, but I think it did. Yeah.
Yes, and Jen and Rob, just to get the obvious bit out of the way, because you are both parents of young children, how did that aspect of your lives inform your relationship to this particular dynamic?
I mean, obviously as a mother, it was really hard to kind of separate what I would do as opposed to what she would do, you know, and it was just heartbreaking. When I first read the book, it was just such a devastating, powerful. Lynn said it was dreamlike. I had just had my firstborn, and there's not really anything like postpartum. It's extremely isolating, which is so interesting when Lynn, you know, moves this couple into Montana. You know, she doesn't have a community. She doesn't have her people. But the truth is, extreme anxiety and extreme depression is isolating. No matter where you are, you feel like an alien, and so it deeply moved me. I've wanted to work with LYNNE RAMSAY since I saw Ratcatcher, and I was just like, there's no way. But we took a chance and we sent it to her, and I cannot believe that I'm here with you, and this has happened.
How does having a kid? I mean, I guess it's an interesting character because normally I'm quite attracted to characters sort of incredibly abrasive and kind of quite obscure, and I think Jackson was way more of a normal guy than I've ever played, but there's something I think quite universal and interesting for me anyway, was when you're dealing with a partner who's going through postpartum or kind of any kind of mental illness or kind of difficulties, like how, I guess especially with postpartum, like trying to kind of, I'm literally saying the exact same words as Jen, but trying to deal with her isolation and trying to figure out where your part and what your role in the relationship is afterwards. It's incredibly difficult, and trying to kind of hold on to what, you know, especially if you don't have the vernacular. Like, he's just a guy, it's like a guy who wants to be a musician in New York. It's not a kind of mental health professional. It's not, he doesn't seem to be the guy who's like looking at kind of TikTok reels about parenting and stuff. And he's just kind of hoping that the relationship will go back to what it was, and it's kind of purest form and not understanding why this is happening to them, why this intruder has entered their relationship. Yeah, and I guess it's a fear that everyone has.
Sissy, can you talk about entering into that dynamic as an actress, as you know, the sort of parental figure on the outside of sorts? Yeah. You're right. Can you talk about sort of entering into that dynamic within the film as an actress, of sort of being on the outside and working, and understanding what they're going through?
And the whole idea of postpartum?
Sure, you can work that into.
I guess I felt like she and this baby was the only hope for our family to change course. Everything has been relatively difficult up until this point. So for Pam, I don't know if I'm answering the question, but for Pam, I think she thinks that he's the catch of the century, but he caught the catch of the century. And that it's all so hopeful for her. And she's in a really dark place. And then they come back and it's so, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And then suddenly that light starts to dim. And when he brings her home, Grace helps Pam. And I think there's there's a bond that she's just not ever gonna give up on that relationship and that child and this new lifeblood of the family. Someone asked me last night, I don't think they're gonna make it. And as the grandmother, I think they will. I have to believe that they will. And I felt a glimmer of hope and positivity, just a little flash of it in that cut last night. More so than in the script. I thought it's gonna be okay.
Lakeith, can you quickly talk